Okay, so I wanted to show this Fortress of Dawn siege, and it's still even now pretty taxing for my system. But once it loaded in, it seems to have been fine. So yeah, what I did, I had two units that could not be hidden. Kairos is one, and my Exalted Flamer is another. Everything else I stuck in this forest here. So it's my contention that, by the way, pathing is what prevented these units from going here all at once. So yeah, they've improved pathing, they say. It's still not fantastic. So you've got to watch out for that stuff. So anyway, yeah, this Exalted Flamer basically lost the whole match. Well, it's a campaign battle. So anyway, the point is that I'm just going to speed this up so that you get an idea of the issues that I faced. And I wasn't happy with how this went, but I didn't need to be. I just needed to get it done. I just needed to get Teclis's main source of high-level units out of the way, and it would help me immensely in the campaign. So I had 3 units of Forsaken just rip apart this gate. And by the way, it is looking good like this. I'm using Reshade for this, and anyway. So here we had just the 1 unit of Chaos Knights mess around and try to get this flank open so I could head up here. But yeah, pathing has its issues still. It's not perfect. So you just have to be very, very diligent. So here, it would have been even better if they had a real blob, but because I'd used Teleport Stance very, very recently, my magic was still limited compared to what I would like it to be late in the game. So anyway, I just had a couple of Forsaken. I was doing the mad flank duty here. But this barricade would come down much sooner than that. In the meantime, I just used Kairos to get done what I could here. But oh yeah, I also had the bank, bank. I thought it was cool. Oh yeah, I had another bank too. So anyway, it looks cool. I'm not sure if it actually did anything much, but I'll make a short of it just because it's cool looking. So yeah, I wanted the Chaos Knights to come to help, but I mean Muller and Seaguard, they are anti-large anyway, so I had the Infernal Gateway just mess around with them. So it was just trying to do things, somewhat efficiently, but honestly, just fighting up here, it's not efficient at all. There's no way to make it efficient. There just isn't. Oh yeah, I tried the Firestorm of Tzeentch. It's a devastating spell when it actually hits properly. It doesn't hit properly very easily or often. So in the meantime, I just had these guys come and try and take out what I could of the victory points. And here I tried to just deal with these Silver Helms some way. But yeah, these Forsaken, they had a really, really hard time there, so I just tried to get the Spearman up. I tried to get my Cultist up. But this didn't have to be clean, and it wasn't. So you see Kairos here getting beat up. So I tried to have this done on Mad Flank, but I mean, the AI pathing gets wrecked whenever there's a barricade regardless. So, but anyway, I did want to take out this victory point too, because that does influence, I mean, it makes them harder fighters. So it is a tangible benefit to them. And here, yeah, I was able to get Pink Fire up here, but real war of attrition. And this is the case when you can't magic your problems away as Siege. But here I was getting this leadership building done pretty soon. One way or another, these knights were able to get past the barricade in short order. And then I tried to have them just come into the rear, because these were just light armor archers. And then just have... see what I mean about the pathing. I did not want them to go over there, but yeah. And now I have them coming over here to take out this barricade. And these knights... I don't know why that they did that poorly. Not enough line of contact. So anyway, point is that it was just kind of ugly at this point, but that's the only reason why I consider this siege not a shining example of tactical. Why did they stop whaling on that? Yeah, they stopped whaling on that and then took the long way around or something stupid like that. And I didn't see it. And it really annoyed me at the time. And here is Forsaken unable to get away with their barriers up because nobody's attacking them. Very funny. So I had the Chaos Knights just try and get here to finish off the Silver Helms and hit this undamaged unit of archers, but I had Kairos come and help. Because what are the archers going to do to him? Nothing. Nothing at all in melee. So yeah, that was it. That was the end of that. Well, we're seeing it now. This is an Oxyotl dispatched army sent to mess up my faction capital. So I had to run back here from the Fortress of Dawn Conquest, and that's why that I have a Forsaken unit that's still quite damaged. That's the cultist. Where are you, Forsaken? Ah, here we go. Yeah. Only half strength. But that's just how it is. So as you can see, some Pterodon Riders, a whole bunch of Red-Crested Skinks again. Because it's a replay, we're seeing the Chameleon Skinks right there. That. Alright, so... So anyway, what I wanted to do is to try and take down these Pterodon Riders first. Actually, I had my Chaos Knights sticking out there. That wasn't intentional. See, I'm moving back. So... Yeah, I'll take off the information sheet so I was messing around. So yeah, the idea was to, as soon as possible, take out the Pterodon Riders because they're one of the more annoying things for dealing with infantry. The Fire Leech Bolas definitely extract their pound of fiery flesh. But the rest of this is just not something that we needed to fear very much. As you see, lots and lots of, well, just look. Just look. Not much. Fried Pterodon. Fried Pterodon. Anyway, here we had the Chameleon Skinks messing around, so I just dropped an Infernal Gateway to give them something to chew on. Especially because other units were just coming down the pipe, so I wanted to catch as many as possible. The Lord here, well, not that these were ideal matchups or anything, but just not that dangerous to me. Oh yeah, I actually used the Gaze of Fate to stop him, because I actually had that now. At this point, I probably have the Arcane Mirth going, which makes even the Blue Horrors give me half of an Arcane Conduit per unit. So for so-called bottom-tier units, they have immense value just from that, just from making your magic available. Here we had a big bunch-up situation against our Marauder Spears, which is ideal because that's exactly what we want them to do. Stop these enemy units from advancing. And then we have another blob here. So definitely something we wanted to drop an Infernal Gateway on. And the rest is just finding the right spots to do some more damage. So we have the Lord trying to come back. But you can see that even basic Marauder Spears, they're just not going down easily on those flanks. And here we have the Chaos Knights because we have two juicy Chameleon Skink units available for the smashing. So... that wasn't a very clean charge, but whatever. The point is, there's not a whole lot they can do to the Knights in melee. Not without Oxyotl helping. And he's not here. Some nice auroras in the background. Because this is Zinj territory, so all these units have lots and lots of ammo left. I mean, the pink horrors, anyway. And here it's just chewing them down. The barrier isn't even down yet. Surviving Pterodon units here, whatever. There's not much left to go, so I'll fast forward a little. And there we go. That's it for that one. So this one's going to be quick. It's just finishing off the heavily damaged Lizardman army that I faced in the last battle. I mean, it was to the point I actually sent Kairos in to melee the Pterodon riders, and he can't even see the present. And he can hit them. Well, they were just being slow here. I took out one unit in the sense of spell to whittle down the rest, because the Pterodon riders were the only thing that really would annoy in terms of flanking. Plus, I mean, if they do end up on top of your units, they can drop a bomb, so... This is low efficiency, but whatever. This is sort of kind of a blob, but there was no point using the fancy magic, I don't think. Yeah. Just too much sustained, concentrated fire here. Spell to take him out completely. A little bit of cavalry fighting here. That's interesting. Does the information thing pop up automatically? Because I know I turned it off for the last battle. So here, there's spears, but I hit him from the back, so... Yeah. And this being the second battle, these forces were completely destroyed, so I didn't need to chase them all down. But, you know, Zinj favors taking out as many as possible, which is money, so you do what you can. They're not having fun. Alright, I'll stop it here. Alright, so resuming this series, this is where I start getting the Oxyotl forces, the Ghosts of Palax, if I'm saying that right, on the ropes. So I'm having Kairos with his army over here, and only a couple of units reinforcing. It's just Secondary Lord and one Cultist. Had a chance to recruit one, I decided, yeah, why not? So we have some lovely Blessed Horned ones here looking mighty fine. Mighty fine, but it's not going to end well for them. So Kairos is just here to deliver as much magical pain as possible. So this is going back and trying to invade Oxyal's territory. Or at least be on my way to that. I had to come back and deal with, well, Oxyal wanted to make a move on Fate Weaver's Travas again, and, you know, it was time to beat down this problem. It was not ideal that Teclis was still around. It was not ideal that the Lizardman faction right next to him was messing around and retaking territory that I had captured. But you know what? Compared to the threat Oxyotl poses, it's not a big deal. And boy, we put in some hurt here. That's not a lot of HP left of what they had. So this is around the point where all the horrors have arcane mirth, so I'm getting access to my magic a lot faster. And then it's a matter of just exploiting it to the maximum degree possible. Yeah. One more pink fire and I basically zeroed out this unit. Even though that a lot of their models are still around, they're such low See how fast they're... Yeah, not doing well. Exalted Flamer doing some good work here on the skirmishers. And then we're just trying to somehow, some way, deal with this flanking force. So I'm moving one unit of normal spearmen. They are poisoned, so it's a little slower. And then just, because they're all clumped up here, a Firestorm of Zinch, and you can see the damage that it does. When it actually hits stuff, it does some devastating damage. Really, really good stuff. They actually went into the fire and have paid a serious price for that. But because they had quite a bit of chameleon stuff in general, even though that it's a much smaller army, they are still giving me some issues here. On the other hand, having the cavalry, the Chaos Knights of Zinch helping out, well, here you have, just to deal with the chameleon stalkers a little bit better. I actually caught my own knights in it. A little. But they had barrier also, that's the thing about barrier. So, yeah, I had my secondary lord come in and help against this because he does have high armor, and there's no reason for him not to get into the mix. And it helped anchor them just a little tiny bit for this Pink Horror Zinch fire. And now we're getting the rout. And next comes taking what used to be a city of our so-called ally that Oxyotl just squished. Alright, so we are back, and this is the Battle of Demon's Gate, and I'm following my standard tactic of don't run straight at the walls with all of the defenses. So, here's the interesting thing. Oxyotl was not in the settlement. So he has a couple of regiments of renown and some other assorted units. But the main thing was, I had a chance to attack this, and I really wanted to take it. Because I had a chance to do all kinds of damage, take this city, and more importantly, cripple Oxyotl, and just subject him to a long chase and just follow him back to his own capital city. And here I am actually using Kairos as melee just to plink at this tower. Because it's one of the few ways that my forces are going to actually get affected here. I was trying to get something in before this finished, but it was not to be, because the pathfinding's awful. Look at that. Fixed pathfinding, yeah, really. Anyway, not a big deal. So, again, Arcane Mirth is helping me get faster access to my magic. Facing an interesting direction then. Anyway. So you see that I'm able to just toss those breath spells into central mass as much as possible. And here I just had all this stuff coming through, attacking this barricade. And for whatever reason, once there was enough distance, I mean, they're chucking javelins, but it's just not affecting Kairos much. Oh, yes, the Firestorm. When you're in confined quarters like this, Firestorm can be a super devastating spell. And, yeah, what was... At this point, yeah, just going to stop here and look. At this point, already Kairos has 26k damage and almost 300 kills. So that's what Kairos can bring to the table once you have it warmed up, in essence. So here we have the Chaos Knights of Zinch, and we wanted them to just charge straight into the skin cohorts and mess them up. A lot. We didn't want them going past this point necessarily, because we had other stuff to bring up, and I was trying to line up horrors where I could. But basically, as far as my magic could actually last, I wanted to just use that and whittle the horde down. What I really wanted to do was send stuff over here into the center of the map before Oxiato got there, but well, on replay we actually see where he is, and there was no chance for me to get there like so far ahead of him that that I would have it uncontested. There's no way. Just how it is. Zinch is not the fastest faction. It's just how that is. So yeah, here I have a good burning head going, leaving a trail of disaster. Also, rebound! Ha 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 ha. It felt good watching that in the middle of the battle. I didn't even get my own youths hit by it. Or, no, I had the Forsaken hit a tiny bit. But yeah, I had this one unit of Forsaken, and this is a favorable matchup. So I just cast a little bit more magic, and... Ah, yes, the Infernal Gateway. Kairos doing some good work here. We wanted the Saurus Warriors caught up in it more than this, but this was not a big problem after this point. This became a problem because I didn't really have a good way of dealing with it. The Saurus Spears, I mean, they were a pretty formidable target, and we got a lot of stuff that's just crunched up. And because of the pathing issues, just thanks to this barricade, stuff I wanted to send down here just didn't move. Same thing sort of here, but I wanted to just start taking over the victory points. But basically, I let my secondary lord help the Forsaken a little bit, and it's not that I was seriously threatened at any point, it's just that I couldn't bring all my strength to bear, which is the advantage of the defender. That's where he was. I didn't see where he was for a lot of that battle. So, yeah, I just tried to soften up these opponents one way or another. Yeah, there's the breath bell. I knew it was coming. But, yeah, Saurus Spears are still pretty formidable in terms they take up space. They were stopping my forces from pouring in. Like, I didn't actually see these guys operating before in the battle, so very funny. I did catch wind of these guys at some point. And here these skinks are just... I mean, the Saurus Spears were one thing. These guys are just totally overmatched. So, yeah, drop an Infernal Gateway. Messed them up pretty well. Even damaged the building a tiny bit. So, yeah, you see what's left of these skink skirmishers. Skink skirmishers, you don't see them used much. I mean, they look from the icon as if they were chameleon skinks. That's why I saw them. These are skink skirmishers. Those were chameleon skinks. They just came over their own barricade unimpeded, which is interesting. Did I know units could do that? Go over their own barriers like that. Anyway, still trying to crack this open with magic. And just because Osceola's in the area, I was definitely taking some more damage. Pretty sure that's why. At this point, I'd broken the back of these missile units. There's Oxiato over there. But one of the key things in the first battle with him was to get rid of that skink oracle. It took 2 engagements to do it, but that skink oracle is really powerful and flexible. So, naturally, as the archenemy, you want that gone. Cohort of Sotek is annoying because when their special ability is active, they just don't die. They literally don't die. Ah, yes, I had the Warp Flame, the Firestorm of Siege going. Not the most efficient because things weren't packed up very well. And here's the last regiment of renown, a very basic one, but yeah, just because of the difficulty of bringing my stuff to bear, I hadn't actually had missile units. Coming in. Oh yeah, they have the missile resistance ability, so they're actually pretty good for this situation. Anyway, at this point, there weren't many things left to go. Just pitched melee, and they're suddenly very energetic. Look at them go. Very energetic Saurus warriors. But it was not to be for long. We've got Forsaken coming in. The tides are against them, and that's in terms of demonic tide as well as figurative tide. And then I have one broader units of spears coming in at the back. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let's fast forward a little. I mean, yeah, if you don't have a way to break a unit like this, they will just stay there practically forever. Finally, they broke. Oh, I was bringing this unit back to help. So I was not able to catch up with Oxyotl, that's not a surprise. So I'll stop it here, and then we'll go to the strategic situation after chasing Oxyotl and what was left of his army. Okay, so what I did is I chased Oxyotl here to... Well, first of all, I was taking over the minor settlements with the Demon's Gate province. So the territory that used to be the Flaming Scribes, it's now mine. So this is the first settlement past it. And there's a very healthy Lizardmen army besides the settlement. This is a settlement army. This is the healthy Lizardmen army that's behind, that's coming also. So you see plenty of stuff. You have Pterodon riders, you have some beefy cavalry. But Oxyotl himself is only this unit of Skink Skirmishers, this Blessed Bastillodon with a solar engine, and Oxyotl himself. I was going to just try and waste ammunition or something if possible, or things like that, but this, because it's Kairos, because of the passive of the faction, 2 minutes is a long time to get over here. And if what happens is this stuff is all coming in with this narrow area, this is a kill zone I can't ignore. I've got to just make it the best kill zone I possibly can, drive Oxyotl in there, finish him off if I actually can, and just inflict as much damage on that Bastillodon as possible. Now, first off is... That's actually... Okay. That's... Okay, send you here. Figure out some kind of arrangement that works for me. I now only have the one, the alternate lord for... It's a one-man army. I mean, I've quite literally a one-man army. But that has led to me having excellent tempo for dealing with the minor settlements because I've had the one-man army lord deal with that. So instead of occupying with Kairos himself, I have been... Let me try to move him there. Let's see if this works. Okay. You come over here. You come over there. So yeah, I'm just trying to make this a reasonably efficient way to go about my business. And yeah, we charge one every couple of seconds. What do I do here? Okay. Let's see this charge from a good angle. Yeah, good stuff, I guess. Good stuff. Oh, it's got a stopping rampage? Why would it? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't even care. Blinded. Okay, okay, it's interesting. Okay, he's got the war shrine. Okay. Which are you going for, Flamer? Are you going for the Bastiladon or what? Okay. Let's stop you from firing. How long? It's not going to be in time. So I'm just slowing it down because I don't want to have a situation where I'll allow you to fire. What can we actually do with you? Okay, Kairos, you're up. A little concerned, but barriers are up. I just do not want any ridiculous stuff here. No ridiculous damage for Kairos, hopefully. Infantry. Kairos 1. Okay. Yeah, I want that there too. I want you to. That actually gonna work? It better. Wait, why are you... Okay, I don't care anymore. I don't know why this... Is that the wrong thing selected? Okay. What? Wow. Oh, there must be... Stupid. Okay. Yeah. Let's try to see. Actually, I say that. Come on. Come over here.
Kairos, fate weaver. We fight for change! Marauders of Chich! Change! Deceit! Power!
Not sure that's the best use of my magic, but yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
Chaos Knights of Chich! We are eternal!
There's a skink oracle in there. Yeah, that's not so good. Okay, see if I can actually do something about that guy. Oh, got some of this now.
Scheming slaughterers!
Okay. Like I said, it's a battle we could afford to lose, but I didn't really want to lose it. Oxyotl was in forced march. He should be done just from losing like this.
Change us, marauders!
I still had a lot of ammunition.
Army of the Dark Gods!
So yeah, I took my licks. And this is not an army that's really set up to be able to deal with big dino stuff, but we won. I try to save almost all of them. The only one I didn't save in this campaign so far was when I lost the Fortress of Dawn to the uh, non-legendary Lord Lizardman faction, and that's because I fought it, I tried to learn something from it, I just learned that there are ways into the final victory point that I didn't account for. So it's just really hard to stop a Lizardman army from taking strategic stuff just because their infantry, even their basic infantry, are so fast. So even though that, yeah, we cost them a lot, but let's see what it looks like on the other end. Kairos. That's a lot of damage. That's not bad. That is bad. Didn't get much done. These guys got some done. Chaos Knights dished out a lot. They took some licks. Now, how much did these guys lose? I hope to take out the mobile elements better than this. It's bad that they're able to raise oracles. Okay. How much does 12 give me? Pretty good.
We have foreseen your obliteration. Skeksekai! Sekasar!
All
Servant
right.
of the Wind Lord.
Lake of Rust might actually come in useful in this next battle.
With this, I will so change. Pursuing knowledge.
First of all, yeah,
Kairos, fate
the only reason that this is even in question
changing
is
the
because
rating.
I didn't have the cultist in with him. And it's actually the situation. It's better to do that. Okay.
Eternal Scryer.
Okay. I was thinking of doing this. I think I am going to do it.
Another skill
Now,
possessed.
I love my infernal gateways, don't get me wrong. Love them, love them.
I
But
know.
for dinos, final transmutation is a really powerful thing. And the thing about these fragments that Kairos can equip that I want to be giving particular emphasis to, when he gets the final unique part in his personal line, and I think I activated, I may not have. Whatever, I'll be activating it soon if I did. But it only gives you like 15% cost reduction to Zenshi and Magic. And what you get in the tech tree is about cooldown. You don't actually get a Winds of Magic cost reduction. Okay, this is pretty much perfect for what I am thinking of doing, more or less. Okay. So the best thing to do here is to just get you here, get you here. Maybe also slightly there. I should have moved Kairos up a little bit further. It's not necessary.
I know where to go.
The Oracle. Yes, this moves around the position of the spells a bit, so it's a little annoying. That was an ideal angle. They're altering the... Actually, I should just remove these. I should be able to just beat them outright.
Kairos, fate weaver.
Yeah, I should just be able to take them out outright. This is going in our favor. The barrier helped. Okay, we took out one... Well, we took out the Lord. Yeah, we want...
Change, deceit, power.
We're unable to actually catch that. It's like... This is entirely alright, though. So yeah, because I don't have any Lore of Metal casters handy, and that's the other lore of magic that's big in this faction. It's Zinch and metal, and that's it. Except for the cultists. Except for them. But that's okay, because frankly, I have not felt a very big need for the lore of fire if I've had the Zinch stuff going really strong. So, Final Transmutation is... The Final Transmutation or Final Transformation? We'll find that out soon. Been a while since I played a Balthazar Guild campaign. Like 1, Warhammer 1. But the point is that that overcast spell on single entities is pretty darn powerful. Even though it's not generally reflected in the stats like that, it's still pretty powerful. Hmm. I really do want the favor, but in this circumstance, I need this more.
Servant of the Wind Lord.
Now, what else can I do? Well, evasion is certainly an old tradition among mages. Okay.
They were no match for my magic.
Continue. Ah, yeah, I did need this. Let's see it. Barrier plus 20%, Lord's Army, which is good. Attribute, Mastery of the Elemental Winds for all the casters and Lords of Change. Now, having said that, I'll note that the Lords of Change themselves are not benefited by that. Covers it both sucked. Okay, so that's what Teclis did. Which doesn't help him nearly as much as it should, but it hurts me because I had a cult there. I think these guys, I think Tic-Tac-Toe is actually a war with these guys. Which is good for me.
Our tolerance ebbs.
I do want this. Okay. I'll try that, and we'll see, because I hope that it stands, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it if they make a serious move. I'm going to leave the rest in reserve. Yeah, when I used Tall Faction, it was when Oxyotl was here and enforced much. And yes, it was within reinforcement range, but that was fine. The Warherd guy, he was
Raven swords changing all.
the other settlement here, Dawn's Landing, yeah, this is where he was. So, I got wiped out there. Teclis is, where's he going? I mean, if he comes to Sarthariel, I can't actually do anything about it. I've got to take out Oxyotl. It's not an option, it's a necessity.
Kairos, fate weaver. Destiny beckons.
Yeah. I saved a couple of these, but I won't save this one. It's just a repeat of just a typical Small settlement garrison. You'll just wait until reinforcements come, so that's how I get the magic building up faster. But it's great for giving experience to my agent and the cast sorcerer. And it's a nice design, isn't it? The portrait. Very appropriate. Now they shouldn't move an inch. Guess they're not. Good stuff, guys. They're just repositioning. I might as well just do this with Kairos then. It's not going to change any of the XP earned any. So 100%, excuse me, 110%. That's like a fly over a gap like this, no problem. Here. I mean, it's not a small amount that it did. Hitting them in the back for a little extra. Let's see if I can actually get a firestorm on them. Yeah, they dodge that so easily. It's very hard to actually get something there. I could have done more. Okay, now let's try and get a little bit more serious. Wow, so much serious. Yeah, that spell does a lot more against single target entities or low unit count stuff than all this stuff. But there's a place for it. Absolutely a place for it. Nope, we abused our lords and heroes a bit, and this is the result.
It is
Yeah,
destined
in this case, I'll do it.
for the great conspirator. This land belongs to Zenith. Kairos, fate weaver.
There we go. Better game of Zinch. That's very good. Very good. Now,
Victory was always assured.
you're a hero, right? You're an oracle. Freshly approved skin color. Not ideal, but
Our tolerance ends. You cannot hide yours.
that's interesting. I'm not at all having a problem with sending in some of my Zinch favor. Well, I mean, the equivalent of. I mean, there must be a money change. We're changing that to gold somewhere. Nope. Hmm.
Agreed. Siege sends up.
Alright, let's see if we can end this.
Change beckons.
I love to use the agent there, but it's just not viable.
I know all fates.
What else can we do? Actually, shot on it. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. But yeah, I don't think it does much, but yeah, I'll choose the truck army and just
Time abides. Guided by fate. Keeper of the destiny.
yeah, we really don't have much choice but to just bash our way in. That's right. I actually still have the final transmutation. I got it right the first time. Okay, okay. They're really bunched up, but they're not staying there. Well, hopefully that's not going to be too bad.
Sorcerer Lord of Zeus.
That's fast. Okay, he's actually doing some damage here. Looks like it. Looks like it. Alright. I'm glad because I can't waste much more of that magic though. No.
Kairos, Fate Weaver.
So how much damage did I do? Okay.
I see the past and tomorrow.
My master bids move.
Faster! As the Raven commands! Followers of Chaos. Keeper of the Destiny Scroll.
Okay, yeah, that's very interesting.
We are eternal. We went there.
Alright, what else can I do? I can just pelt with him. I'm not hitting them from behind. That might account for my situation, my problem. Ah, that's actually not acceptable. Yeah, Marauders of Zinch, why? Well, Spears. Why don't you just go strip that out? Is that actually going to... No, I don't want to do that late. Take it over first. Aha! It was in the cold, brother. Is it actually working? Whatever. Okay. Come over here, see what you can do. See if that actually helps. Ooh, weird. Whatever. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay. Not a good situation, but I'll just have to try and deal with it. Wait. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah. Just try to deal with it. I'll actually get them both. Not really.
Change, deceit, power. Yes.
Not what I want, but I'll have to do.
Kairos, fate weaver.
Torture. Sorcerer Lord of Siege.
Saurus warriors are fairly well armored, so I'm thinking that actually helped.
Yes, master.
Hmm. Ah, okay.
Kairos, fate weaver. The deceiver's servant. I will, for
Yeah, I'm just gonna come here and start getting this settled. But it still does the same damage, it's just that it doesn't last as long.
Rocking one shot.
I think that... Okay, this doesn't look like...
Mangle them.
Ah, such a mess. Hello?
The infinite weave. Destroy them. Fight them.
Yeah, it's just the weird pathing and stuff. If it wasn't for that. Oh well, whatever.
On your word. They will burn.
Mess, what a mess. Pathing is not healthy.
We foresaw their doom. Endless evisceration! Made it so.
Finally! Yes, we're up to X23. Gotta have some kind of naming system. I actually almost lost the contest. Not ideal, but oh well. It's just messy controlling an army in the middle of stuff like that.
servant of the Wind Lord.
Kairos, Fate Weaver.
Chaos awaits. With this, I will so change.
Tomorrow.
Alright, we really don't need the extra corruptions, so... Real fun happens. We get to find out what happens here without any ability to affect it. Well, not literally that bad, but it's pretty close. It was actually kind of stuck.
Eternals, Clya. My new patch.
For the Raven God. Weaving threads of destiny.
Okay. We don't actually need the Lord at the minute.
This will be a queen. You fascinate me. Such an interesting
I actually... I want to see what he would offer for that.
Allow me to wrap my wings around your soul.
Allied missions, because we don't have common enemies right. Well, we do have common enemies, but there's no actual... Hasn't requested help. We'll still see if we can save him, but it's not our highest priority. Okay, we just need to take a settlement, and we've got a lot of brownie points. Nice. And the important thing is that we're not going to see Oxyotl again. And that is just extremely important. And this guy can no longer be wiped out. Oh, I hate the fact that I almost lost him through just letting him get into melee and left him, but... Oh well.
I serve the eagle.
Ultimately, we are all minions of Zinch looking for a common cause.
Anger grows.
Okay, so... Technus is
I
there.
refuse.
They're just getting hosed. Mm. No, I can just upgrade that part next turn.
Magical winds whirl.
Incidentally, the cult of Sotek was actually wiped out. I found that very interesting. It's Rakarth's. No, it's Rakarth's, is it? Yeah, maybe it is Rakarth's faction. That. Yeah, the Thousand Laws.
Dominating. I strongly suggest you accede to any demand I might make.
Anyway, it's not a big deal, but I don't want to fight those guys.
Tomorrow eternal Scryer.
This way.
I'm gonna go for the Infernal Citadel purely because I only want infrastructure built up in this province regardless right now. I don't really need anything else done.
Do the ruinous powers forsake us?
Suppose I can do this. That's too much. I need a buffer. Now I really want.
Speak. I will
I
consider
really would like an
this
Russian
time.
pat. But how can I actually? They won't take my money. That would be very unfortunate. I don't want to fight them.
Oracle of Sin.
I still need the money worse than pretty much anything else here.
Keeper of the Destiny Scrolls.
But yeah, this is why that cultists are definitely necessary. It's a lot of trouble.
Good. An improvement.
I don't really want to mess with building up that area until I know for sure somehow that Rakarth isn't going to be attacking me. But now that Osceola is gone, I just have to come back here and to try to take care of business. Okay. Legion of Chaos. Oop, that was a very close look. Tempestuous. So what I want here, we're called repository, because stronger higher you get 20 per turn, and I like that. Okay, so that's valuable.
Destruction in our wake.
I'll put that up to 2. More efficient to do that.
Witnessed eternity.
It's either going to go really well or really badly for him.
Tempt them with more.
Now, the funny thing, if I really want to, I could start messing around with that part of the map. Just with the various changing of the ways stuff, but I'm not ready for that. Interesting how that looks. Yeah.
Into the abyss and emerged.
This is not good. I mean, look at the lack of my corruption. Like, why? It's just... No, this is not acceptable. It is not pink.
Very well.
That the changer of ways himself sees you through these veils.
Cultist.
I should have messed around. Anyway, not that it matters too much.
Demagogue. Spread the word of change.
Come to me in a time of need. How it shall be.
I serve.
I cannot rewrite reality.
Alright, we'll go for our first iridescent horror. Campaign movie launch. That's good enough.
Guilty.
Welcome. Now bow.
Honestly, it would be much more interesting fighting Dark Elves than just one more Lizardmen. Yeah, I want corruption. In that situation, there is absolutely nothing else that I would do. Not that both of changes is bad, but Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Whoa, what happened there?
New lands, new rewards.
Well,
Kairos
not much I can do.
Kairos.
This has to be taken care of now. No ally mission.
I shall consult the fates.
Okay. I've had no contact with this faction before. I owe them nothing. They are in my way. The only thing I fear in this army, Minotaurs and the Lord. That's it. Oh, I still have the final transportation. I don't think that's bad, but it does limit my ability to mess with the other stuff, but I still have my cultist. And I have another trick to use.
Marauders of Tinge!
Murder and madness!
We are many.
Alright, let's try it like this.
The past is set. Future forecast. Only the present is unresolved. Follow the web. Very well.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Now, I don't mind doing this because it will freeze them and I can take out war. Ooh, that's not a good place.
Chaos Knights!
Should have let them come a little closer.
Slaves to darkness!
Dangers, marauders!
Chaos Knights of Sinch!
Marauders of Tinge!
Okay, will I catch the Minotaurs on the edge of that formation?
Spreading destruction!
Second, I will.
Army of the Dark Gods! Hordes of chaos!
Okay, now let's step.
Kairos, fate
What did I lose? Looks like I lost like 20 spearmen. So yeah, Kairos got 10k damage, but he got basically no kills in that. But it's fine. It's like I said before. The blue horse that I'm keeping around, the Arcane Mirth alone, is very valuable. But I want to see exactly what I might be facing with Teclis if he's still around. And that'll be the basis of whether I keep around the final transmutation or not. Because Infernal Gateway is better for certain things. Hmm. Even though I like the favor, I'm still getting some anyway, so take the replenishment and I don't have to slow down. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Kairos, Fate Weaver.
You're immortal, so what do you have? You have a brass cleaver, which is really good for you, so. Screw of past. I want someone else with him, but oh, I can actually get. Okay.
We are the cult of the Eight.
Yeah, I was ignoring that a little bit. Yeah, let's see if I can.
This way.
No, I don't need.
We are as one.
I do need to ambush at this point.
Truth rides.
Not really the Confederate. And to be honest, I'd rather that they stick around and create more armies, but I'm not in that position. I'd better make the walls. I can take this down and replace it with a money building. I would really want to take advantage of that, and I cannot because I don't have another lord
I serve
in a position to be helpful.
the Flux God forbids it.
Okay.
I know.
Okay, moment of truth. We want to definitely solve a whole lot of problems here, but where's his army? The heck? Okay, that's just clear. Did Techless bite off more than it could chew somewhere? I haven't done a Legion of Chaos game. I mean, I have that DLC, but I just haven't played that faction. There he is. Also,
Ludicrous.
what do I do here? This is basically too good to be true.
Demos iridescent.
Alright, let's try this.
Chakam sa.
Actually worked. I am surprised.
Demos
Spread
iridescent.
control. Normally I'd never take that, but I will here.
Spread the watchers.
140. Ooh. But yeah, I've got to take them. Things is fire.
Lakaj. Sai sai.
This is it. We take him down. He's done. He is solid. Anything we can do here that would help? No. Not really. More than I thought here. If we can take Teclis himself down without too much trouble, everything else is simple. Not necessarily enjoyable, but simple.
It is foreseen. Agree. My wings spread. I know where to go. I already agreed. Fates guide us. The raven.
Alright, this is interesting, the way that they're approaching taking me down. Let's see if the cavalry follows me. That trip.
The
I
deceiver's servant!
dislike it.
Yes. We have
The cult is ready!
very well.
Uh-uh.
Watcher. On the way.
Come on, dudes. Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
The infinite weave.
Okay, let's just go a bit slower and see what I can do about this. No, there's no way I want to be doing that.
Chaos Knights. Kairos. Fate Weaver.
Where did those guys go? That wasn't what I intended, but, you know, whatever. Ah ha ha. Okay, okay. Time for you to get this moving. Uh-uh. Didn't get the...
Kairos. Fate Weaver. Flux. Magic. Lies. Destiny.
Many eyes shall see!
Kairos. Fate Weaver.
Ah, use that ability again. Well, here's what it is.
Eyes of Finch!
Of the Destiny Scroll. For orders of Cinch. Scheming slaughterers.
We are many!
That was very impressive.
We smell slaughter! Chaos Knights of Zinch.
We fight for change!
We are eternal. My wings spread. Followers of chaos. Decide.
Ah! Baltus is taking it on the chin.
Fate Weaver.
Retreat!
That's one of theirs?
Servants of the Changer!
Hmm. This is not good.
We have moved. They die.
Moving!
We went there.
Here's the mage.
Silence of Zinch. Eviscerate them.
How to put these guys away? There we go.
Twisted Champions!
Oh, it's fine. I'll stop it here. Big victory, but they got the job done. Even with Final Transmutation, it was just too difficult to take down Teclis with it. Must be some kind of spell resistance, I suppose. But, you know, this is still a pretty darn early game army. We can improve on this. We can totally improve on this.
Materia.
Okay.
Kairos Fate Weaver.
I want any of this stuff. Mm, actually, I'll try that because if I'm going up against tic-tac-toe, I actually want that sort of thing.
Eternal Scryer.
Yeah, I don't really mind this.
I serve the eagle.
Soon we will rise up.
Right. Okay, so that's my situation there.
I know everything that is.
That's interesting. But anyway.
We are the cult of many eyes.
Ah, that's right. Um,
We have scried all of time.
will do.
I serve the Wind Lord.
So yeah, I just want to show like why I'm doing this. It's not very complicated, but it's also a little bit of a test of concept because I've seen people do this cheese for the sartorial handover, but I don't think I've seen it done for you're going to go into a settlement and just take it for yourself. Yeah, that's really built up. But I'm not worried about that at this
Zinch
point in time.
bestows the glorious burden of knowledge.
Okay, okay. So that's what Sartorial was doing. All right then.
Servants of the Wind Lord.
I hope that's not going to make it harder for me to actually get the
Destiny holds
settlement.
dominion over all.
Oracle of
Should be fine. I don't even have to fight it. Yeah, right, I have that.
a smaller player.
And then, right, money building here. Money enhancement building here. Money building here. This is a money enhancement and Grimwall building. I guess we can justify it.
Anger grows.
The cult of many eyes.
Yep, right on cue. Right on cue. What? You still on me? Which one is that? Ah, I remember. That's the one the Beastman had.
Beyond even Quaish.
Sorcerer Lord of Char.
I know all fates.
Now then, reveal faction intentions.
Kairos, yes. Kairos, Chakam, San. Will there be use for you?
I didn't actually need to disband. Okay. Okay. I wanted to try merging them, but whatever. It's very little difference.
Unrest foments. We shall surpass other gods.
I just want to
Your
see what the
next
diplomatic
meal has
situation
arrived,
is.
dear Brachus.
Man, I gotta find out who they're fighting or something. Yeah, right on cue when we got rid of Teclis. Tic-tac-toe cleared it. And also, rather powerful looking. Well, we'll see how this works.
I shall consult the fates. Water and fate.
I didn't do that good at scavenge, I think.
Change beckons. Magic of change.
I guess I'll do that. Because they could potentially double team me, and they did not. What are they doing? It's just...
Water flows.
So they want to come after me, but okay. Okay, we got them to confederate, but
The Northmen grew restless. Lord of change.
we can't afford his army, basically.
Tell me why I should care about your existence.
For the
Alright.
great conspirator.
In the first place, we want that out of there. Okay, they're stable. They're not great, but they're stable. So tempting. Just halt the faction.
This serves us both. It shall be. We witnessed eternity. We shall fly across the sea.
I'll do it.
I know all fates.
Because there's a specific thing that I can do next turn that they've got zero solution for. Yeah, that's right. I actually need to get a commandment going, I guess. Hmm. It's so nice and cheerful on this map. It's terrible.
We fight for change!
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I'll just...
Kairos, fate weaver.
They're fast.
We have accordance.
For the changer of ways! Moving!
Men of the North. On the way.
Very nice.
Very well. We have moved. I already agreed. Follow the way. Science.
Yeah, I'm just messing around with them.
Hordes of Kairos.
42. Let's... Oh, that's too bad, isn't it? Alright, I'm good. Oh yeah, look at my bit. Yeah. I'll do the... Confederation is very low as far as penalties go. It feels like nothing.
The undefeated horde.
Even though we have a mission for this, we're going to ignore it. Because there's something so much juicier that we can do. Although I don't fear this army at all. So if I teleport stance onto this, they're at full speed. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. They can come here, but I don't care.
Kairos. This will be a queen.
We do have to be somewhat careful about.
The schemer's servants.
Lynchian cultist!
Actually, let's see if they will charge us. They are going to charge us. Do I mind? No, I don't. Is that a life slime? It actually is. Don't care. Don't care.
Many eyes shall see!
Kairos, Fate Weaver. Chaos Knights. It shall be.
Ah, that's what's going on.
Knights of Zinch. Kairos, Fate Weaver.
Attack!
Yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't look like I really need to worry too much about that.
Science of Zinch.
They didn't actually work today. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I had in guard mode, and I wanted to see if it actually, if you actually start taking real damage, and I'm not seeing much of anything. Took a little bit with the wizard, but it's pretty much it. Uh, don't
Knights of Zinch.
don't get hurt now that the battle's over. I lost literally nothing. Well, and I'm... Oh, that's right. Because of that, I better actually take the power reserve.
Kairos, fate weave,
Now I'll start getting the changing of the ways cooldown reduction.
power grows. Victory was always assured. Unrest foments.
I serve the eagle. Lustrous transmogrification.
Tomorrow comes. Lord of change. Beware the dunes. It is fate.
Seriously.
Magic. Change is coming.
Alright, I'm gonna see if this is going to really mess me up. And if not, it's not a big deal.
Eagle soar.
Yeah, I'm not gonna settle for this. I just wanted to see if the movement thing would get really messed up or not, and it did. So I'm gonna pause, not pause, I'm gonna stop this episode here, and I'm gonna fix this before next time. Take care, everybody. Take care.